Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone out there. Let's sit back and laugh at Tottenham. Woke up at 5:30 in the morning. It is now 6:15 in the morning, with my phone going absolutely bananas with messages. I think we all know what it's about. Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. We are looking for another manager. We're going to go into all of this and have a chat. Didn't know whether I was going to do late night Lillywhite last night, but after watching that performance, I was in no fit state or mood in which to do so. My God, our football club is a shit show. My God. But they've grown some balls. Or no, I don't even think they've grown balls. I think they have finally realised that they needed to act. So he's been sacked. I'll read his the press release and everything that comes on. But I will start with saying, when Thomas Frank came in, as people will know, I was delighted. I was absolutely delighted with the decision and really thought he deserved a shot. He deserved to see what would happen and be backed, and he'd had the opportunities to be given it. And I've just been listening to Michael Dawson on Sky Sports, and he said he was also a big advocate of him, and everything that I thought he would bring, he did the exact opposite. He did the exact opposite. He worked hard to make a name for himself, overachieving at Brentford, showed that he can handle the media, showed that he's flexible with tactics, showed he could develop players, showed he can make no-name players, let's face it, that we get, come into the football club and enhance them. Well, he hasn't. He hasn't. He knows, as Michael Dawson said, that football managers know everything you do off the pitch, all lovely and jubbly. Everything that matters to a football manager is what happens on that pitch for 90 minutes. He also went on to say about the injuries, and I'm not even going to use the injuries as an excuse because Ange had it, we've had it. But when you think deeper, all these managers have had to suffer injury problems at Tottenham. There's not been one massive medical team shake around. I mean, if these doctors were working for the NHS, they'd all be, struck off and not be able to practice medicine again. This whole thing is an incredible shit show from Tottenham Hotspur, but it was Frank's time to go. The Bournemouth defeat, funnily enough, which was a game we actually played well, but lost, was the last straw for me. And now we go again. But let's just say hello to everyone. We've got 41 of you in here already. So let's see who's here. TY, I don't, if that's going to be something that finally, yep. That, I know that picture very, very well. That's Audio Artisan. Big up, Audio. I hope you're good. Agreed. Or did I say, where was Bournemouth? Was Bournemouth the very beginning of 2026 or was it late 2025? But you can see, listen, I got clouded a bit. I can admit it. I so wanted it to work. Maybe I should have changed my stance a long time before I did. But I wanted to stick with a manager. And I just totally couldn't. Bill, I take it you have... No, mate, do you know what? For the last few days, on Friday, I had my wisdom tooth extraction and they had to rip my sinus open and everything because of complications. I've been kind of wiped out. I was going to go to the Scotland Yard to watch the game. I couldn't even get up to get to the Scotland Yard. So I watched it in bed and I didn't even know, brother, that it started at 7:30. I think it started at 7:30, wasn't it? I'm so tuned out from it that I literally looked at went to see what time kickoff was, and it was just after, I think it might have been near 1:45, and it said Newcastle heavily dominant in performance. I was like, my God, it started. That first half was woeful, brother. I was in bed. I was back asleep by 8:30 at night. So was going to do late night Lily White. Just couldn't be asked to. But you look at it. We're talking about the medical team. These players are fucking shocking. And people are talking about Poch, and rightfully so, and I understand why. Look at that team Poch walked into. We are in such a big problem. We are in such grave danger. Ryan, brother, will they wake up and set up? From your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears is all I can say, brother. Who will we get next? Mate. I don't know. I mean, I've just heard Michael Dawson also saying that Spurs should go all out for Robbie Keane. All out and forget Poch. And the reason he says that is we've tried Poch, and obviously he did great. I understand. I want Nagelsmann over Poch. I'll put that on the record now. I would love Poch to come back at some point, but whilst Enic'S are there, I do not trust them to give him what he needs at all. If we got taken over, Enic'S gone, Poch goes from second in the list to right up there, right up to the top. But that ain't happening, so I want Nagelsmann. But as I say, Michael Dawson is saying we've had the Contes, we've had the Poches, we've had the Joses, we've had this, we've had that. Robbie Keane is doing very, very well. Yes, he's won a league in Israel, and now he's doing very, very well in Hungary. And do you know what? Fair play to Robbie Keane. Fair play to Robbie Keane for these managers that are going out internationally to teams or leagues that don't get looked at, to get your experience, to get your managerial knowledge. And he's like, bring him home. Don't wait around. Bring him home now. Because obviously he ain't going to leave on an interim. He is not going to leave on an interim. So Robbie Keane would be an exciting one. I mean, I guarantee you it's someone Spurs are looking at, isn't it? But you could say that probably with Leeds, with Coventry, and other teams. Celtic could probably look at him if they go. See, this is the other thing. Celtic could go from at the end of the season. So we shall see. But I want Nagelsmann. There's talk of Redknapp. I will say I'm not really going to go into the reason why. If De Zerbi becomes manager of this football club, you will not see Tottenham on Talk put any content out whatsoever. You will not see me on any channel whatsoever. And I will not watch a single minute of Tottenham Hotspur whatsoever. So let's pray it's not him. Let's talk of Redknapp. And listen, they've acted too late. And do you know what? Audio's just said something, a couple of comments down, which is going to... Oh, here we go. Big up, James, brother. Big up. I hope you are good and well. Aki, you can come on and join at any point if you want to, as you know. Do you know what? Now, do you know what? One thing I am going to say in defence of Southgate, not that I don't want him, Audio, I don't want him, but if you look at it, when he came to England, he came just before a World Cup. I know he had the cream of the crop at England, and he got England to the semi-final of the World Cup. Then he got us to a final of the Euros. So if it was for, February, March, April, May, if it was for 4 months, I would take Southgate. And I cannot believe I've documented it now. I think I would take Gareth Southgate as interim. Because what we've got to look at now, yes, we need people that can play the style of football. Yes, we need someone that can do things. We need someone to get us far away from the relegation struggle. And I will say, like I said, thank you for Chelsea for West Ham. Thank you, Manchester United. What a finish that was from Sesko. Thank you. Do you think we should hire a proper manager now, get an interim and wait? I would take Nagelsmann all day. We're not going to get, obviously we can't tempt World Cup managers now. I think the only way to go is interim. The only manager that shouldn't be an interim, if Spurs had the balls to do it, would be Robbie Keane. If they decided we're going for a young manager. But would you, and I'm being serious here, as Robbie Keane, looking at Tottenham Hotspur, yep, he can go home and become, the fans will love it and love him. At a career where you are doing so well right now. You did it, 1 second. Coffee is needed at this time of the morning. Could do with a Kaufman coffee, actually. Could do with a Kaufman espresso right now. Would you, as a Spurs manager or potential Spurs manager, as Robbie Keane, want to come to this football club and have what happens when you come to Spurs put on your CV? We've had managers that have won the lot. Everywhere they go, come. Black mark. We've had managers that have had to deal with this crap recruitment and crap support. Robbie Keane is now doing wonderfully. How is it? Let's have a look. How is Robbie Keane doing in Hungary? Can't believe I'm typing this into Google. Hungarian Football League table. Let's have a look. Fenerbahce are currently top, joined with ETO. I'm not going to try and say that name because I'll butcher it. They're top of the league with 21 games gone. Actually tied. They're ahead on goal difference. No, they're not, because that team, they must do it differently to goal difference. Oh no, they've had more wins. They've had more wins, and the other team have had 3 more draws. Would you want to come to Tottenham right now after having such a good... It's a big question. I don't think I would. Oh, mate, bring the fuck. See, Poch, everyone's going nuts for Poch. And like I said, don't get me wrong, if he comes, I'm going to be very happy. Or happy. But I think Enic'S screw him. I do think Enic'S screw him. But we shall see. Yeah. I mean, how ironic that the day he says I'm 1,000% sure I'll be there for the NLD is the one time he goes. It's the time he goes. I mean, yesterday was shocking. Yesterday was horrific football. Horrific. We're going to go for... Exactly. But, do you know, again, listen, I've got my nearest and dearest here. More than like, he's got video. I'm like, yeah. There, look. My brother right here is completely right. He is completely, totally and utterly right. He's gone, but the people are going to bring him, the next manager in, are the 2 that went balls deep for him. And Craig was like me when we joined. We both were delighted and thought, brilliant, he's going to do well. Craig clocked it a lot quicker than I did, that it weren't going to work. But I don't trust these 2. I wouldn't trust these 2 with my shopping list. And I bet you Vinay and Lange going to hide in today, as they always do. It's shocking. We are in such a bad state. This isn't Saka. I know who this is now. I'm going to have to sing her song, aren't I? She's on her son's account. It's Baby Cakes. You just don't know. No. How are you, darling? Coffee. It's almost like we need a window where exactly. I mean, what the fuck was January even worth? Didn't get players in that we needed because of injuries. Didn't get players that were in because we didn't have them in the position. Didn't have players that were good enough for the squad. Brought in Conor Gallagher, Sousa, and the guy from Hearts. Got rid of our right wingers to get 2 right wingers injured. How only at Tottenham? Oh, championship, 100 billion%. Mate, I listen, when it comes to the board, you'll be hard pressed to find someone that wants to change bigger. They have to go. And do you know what? I'm going to keep this right here. I'm going to keep that starred comment so I can go back to where we were. Just quickly. Oh my God, I've got to catch up with the comments. Just one word answer. If Spurs were to get rid of one of them right now, Lange or Vinny had to go, which one are you calling? Which one are you calling if one of them had to go? Let's have a look. Just one word answer. And it seems so far that it's Lange by an absolutely 100% margin. There's not... there you go. She's changed her picture back to Baby Cakes. Okay, Samantha. Yep, not one person. Not one person has said Vinny. Not one person has said Vinay. So we got that one. Let's go back to that. Great question. Charlie, if any of you have questions in, just put a Q and a dash or a TOT dash so I can see them. And then when I get to them, I can bring them up. I am going to try and go through all and chat with you. Because it's one of those days, isn't it? Where we should all be together and reflect in the misery that we should get all our parents or whoever we supported Tottenham Hotspur and say, you owe me big time. You owe me big time. Get all our parents to find all their friends to buy Tottenham for the misery they've caused us. Oh, don't say that. He's leaving Fulham in the summer, isn't he? Look, his name's up there. Unfortunately, his name is going to be mentioned. Daryl, brother, big up to you all the way in Oz. Big up to you. Mate, listen, do you know what? This has been a bad time. But Thomas Frank is going to come in for a major amount of stick. People that supported Thomas Frank are going to come out for an amazing amount of stick. Today, I've been tagged in loads of things by no-named accounts. The lights goes like Christmas for them today. These are the same people that had a go at me for falling out of love with Ange are now having a go at me for staying in love with Frank as long as I did. You can't make it up. But look, we are in a Tottenham Hotspur Football Club are in a very, very bad place. If fans will remember when Alan Sugar took over the football club, we weren't in a bad mess on the pitch because we had Paul Gascoigne, all hail Paul Gascoigne. We had Gary Lineker, we had Gary. We had Paul Allen. I can go through that team. We had players, and we had players that may not have been able to get the job done, but every time they walked off the pitch, you would never leave there saying those players didn't give everything. Always gave 110%. Always gave everything. They knew what it was to wear the badge and what it was. Actually, we were in a mess, and Sugar came and saved it. Well, now you flip it to 2026, and we are in the exact opposite position. We are so powerful financially, and once again, we've wasted more money with a manager. Remember that thing called PSR and FFP that we used to get this team the advantage to be able to compete? But we keep talking about how far we can spend, but don't. Good morning, Andrew Gregory, brother. I hope you are good and well, my man. I hope your family are well. Let's hope it's not too late. We need someone to give. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, man, that's the exact thing that is needed. We need someone, a manager, to come in. And you know what? The one thing I will say to the club, this obviously had to happen. This had to happen today. So the kind of credit is kind of obvious, but they could have held out knowing this football club. We're going to that NLD in 11 days' time or whatever it is. The atmosphere will be better because of the game and because of what's happened. 11 days for these players to and I will say, look, the only one I think he improved was Mickey van der Ven, but he has done something to that changing room. But these players keep doing this. These players, we had it under Potter when they went behind his back. These players aren't good enough. These players aren't as good as people think. They need. I would get. There's so many players. That's another conversation. It's about Frank today. If he comes back soon, then Graham Bergwell's just look. I tell you what, Archie Gray played well yesterday. From what I did see, Archie Gray tried everything, and there are a few people here like myself that do believe. And obviously, I've just spoken about the players not being good enough. I do think Archie Gray will be a star. The thing we have at Tottenham Hotspur, and I've said this for years, is whereas big teams go out and spend a few or buy one youth product and then go find 3 walk into your first teamers for improvement for them to learn off, Spurs do it the other way around. And we just throw these youngsters in because of injuries and go, right, you need to get us out of trouble when they're not ready. They're not ready. I think this man needs to go. As much as I like him, we need better. He's been here a few years now. Yes, he does put in a shift and whatever. Is he the answer, though? Is he the answer? I think... I don't know. If we could get money for him, I would sell him. Him and Benson Core. Basuma can fuck right off. But that's just my opinion. Pepe stays and we get up. But then I take it back. Poch comes in. This is the exact kind of player. Oh, what a mess. There she is. There's Baby Cakes. Sakura's gone. Well done for switching. Well done for switching. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it is with Patch. I don't know. Look, like I said, apart from, I've always said this, watching Tottenham Hotspur under Pochettino was the second greatest thing I've ever seen live at a football club, at Tottenham. The best thing ever being Paul Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne was the greatest thing I've ever had the pleasure to watch at Tottenham Hotspur, above Poch's football. Poch's football, I used to walk to that ground. I think all Spurs fans did, especially that last season in the lane, say, right, well, we're taking 3 points today. Never been so confident of winning games in my life. But I don't trust Enoc. If Enoc were to sell and we had new owners, he would be my one and only person. He really would. I don't want I don't want him anywhere near this football club. I won't go into the reasoning why. I never will do online. I just do not want him anywhere near the football club. And if he does come to the football club, I will be on a much needed, much deserved holiday from social media, from YouTube, and even watching Tottenham. I will not watch. I'll check the scores. I will not watch a single second of Tottenham Hotspur if this man walks through the door. Simple as. The current team is... No, it's not. No, it's not, Charles Tube. No, it's not. No. Moussa Dembele, Harry Kane, Jan Vertonghen, not Toby, he was... Carl Walker, Danny Rose, Hugo Lloris. Who else was there? No. Then you had youngsters coming through that were talented. This is when we gave our youth a chance. That's your opinion. You're entitled to. I just cannot agree with that. But if that's what you think, that's fine. But I think what we had coming through. I mean, put it this way: when Potts came in, Lloris was at his pomp. Lloris at his pomp compared to Hugo Lloris. Compared to Vicario, Lloris, Walker Rose doesn't even need a discussion. Jan Vertonghen. Now you got Jan versus Mickey van der Ven, and I still to the day I die will say Jan Vertonghen. He's my second favourite ever Spurs player, but that's me being very biased. Other people may say Mickey because they may not have seen all of Jan or whatever. That's fine. Moussa Dembele would walk into this midfield and run it to this very, very day. Then you had Kane. Then you had Ericsson. Yes, I just can't agree with that. But if you think so, that's totally your opinion. Mate, I've been busy ends. I hope you're good, mate. I've been saying this for years, mate. We ain't a Big Six club. We are only a Big Six club in like history and what we've won. As I keep saying, we are the side chick. It's the Big 5+1. The Big 5+1. And you know, when it comes down to it, we're literally like, that's what it is. We are no longer, I don't know why people call us a Big Six. I don't know why people call us a Big Six. We've just got a super sticker in from my man, Phil P. Woo! Cheers, Phil, brother. I hope you're good and well. But yeah, here we go. Mate, do you know what? Honestly, I will do, but do you know what it is, Paddy? I've just woken up with that. You need to get a video to me today. Buddy. Yeah, I've just woken up. Look at this. Look at my. Oh, jeez, this is what Spurs does to you. But it's Canadian winter, brother. It's staying until it gets a little bit warmer, and then it's all summer long. I can't wait. All is going okay with me, buddy. I hope you and the family are well. Big up, Mr. Joshua. I hope you're good and well. Nope, you weren't dreaming. Yeah, I mean, Xavi looked lost yesterday, didn't he? He was trying. There you go, Craig, brother. He's a complete unknown at this level. All top coaches we've had, which is exactly what we need right now. Not some guy. Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. It is a good point, but you know what, Craig, brother? You just never know at this football club, do you? You just fucking never know. When Poch came in, he was an unknown, wasn't he? He was at what team was he in? Espanyol. Came to Southampton, did what he did at Spurs. The very man. I'm not even getting into this conversation. I'm not even entertaining this discussion, George, brother. I love you dearly. He's the reason. I was having a chat with him about this when I was checking my phone. I was like, I might go live. He was like, yeah, please. So this show is sponsored by George Orton today. But no, I won't take Ange back. I'm sorry. I may offend people. I'm not going back there. He did indeed, V. Lewis. There we go. That's one way of putting it, Aki. Look, you know what? Redknapp is being used a lot, and I can understand why. If Redknapp is going to be manager, there needs to be someone like a Defoe or something with him, because the guy is, I think he's, how old is Harry Redknapp now? Let's have a quick look. How old is Harry Redknapp? Harry Redknapp is he's going to be 79 years old next month. On the 2nd of March, he's going to be 79 years old. All the time that he's managed Spurs, he lived in Sandbanks and made the journey. This is a time where he should enjoy, in my opinion, I love the man, where he should be able to enjoy his retirement, be able to pick the media he does and enjoy what time him and his wonderful wife have left. I'd love him to come in and be the face of things and then do all the man management stuff, but there needs to be someone behind him that can take day to day. It's not fair on the man. It's not fair on the man. That's my opinion anyway. If he was younger, I'd be like, damn right. Oh, mate, the Carnage. James the Carnage. Still will do all the tactical stuff. I'll do all the pep talks and team talks and whatever. And then I'd go hide it. I think me and Stel would change the training ground or the ground to a game of Call of Duty in the boardroom, is what I think me and Stel would do. Mate, do you know what? Do you know what? I'm so happy you said this, Yashai. Look, I don't know his name, but obviously it's like when what's his name? Oh God, what's the ex-Swansea and Brighton and Chelsea? Potter. When he came to Ostersund, like unheard of. This guy plays damn good football. Damn good football. If you were going to take a punt, that's not a bad shout. I don't know his name, but look what they did with Man City. Look what they did with us. They play a wonderful brand of football. I wouldn't be a bad shout. I'm late to the game here, but I've already heard. Yeah, I mean, this guy came into the football club, and his agent said he knows what he's walking into. I don't think he did. I honestly don't think he did he? I mean, where do we go? No, Jesus. Mate, do you know what, Charlie? This is the worrying thing. The first one, how about bringing Sam Allardyce? Normally, people look at that, you would laugh. And then you read the second part, and let's face it, we are in a relegation. Let's have a look at. Let me just bring up our fixtures. Okay, so let's have a look. So after the filth, let's do it. Where are we? So after the filth, we're away at Fulham, home to Palace, away to Liverpool, home to Forest, away to Sunderland. There's no easy game. Then Brighton, then Wolves away. That's a defeat. We always lose at Wolves. Away to Villa, home to Leeds, away to Chelsea, and then home to mate. Look, we are in deep, deep trouble. we are in deep, deep trouble, ladies and gentlemen. There's no getting away with it. If we somehow manage to salvage a top 10 finish and get to at least the quarterfinals and then a decent season, because, mate, I don't think we salvage top 10. I don't think we salvage top 10 at all. I just can't see it. I just cannot see it. Big no to Poch. His last season, he was unable to. Yeah, do you know what, Mr. Joshua? It's not a big no to Poch last season. This guy was screwed over and screwed over and screwed over and screwed over and screwed over by Levy and Enoc, which is something. Do you know what? I would love the next manager who takes over full time to say, right, I want it written in my contract. No matter what, I get X amount of money to spend. X amount. And I'm not talking about 300 million for it. Like, literally, I have final say on transfers. I have, and really put them in their place and say, sign this as your proof to commitment to me. Because this guy has to go 500 days without a transfer. This guy had said, how long ago did he say we need a painful rebuild? Well, we've had so many painful rebuilds that we're about to embark on another one. So it's totally not irrational, buddy. It is certainly not irrational. And like I said, I won't go into it because I don't bring that stuff to YouTube. There are very personal reasons why I will not back a single thing this man does or stands for. It is not irrational at all, buddy. Take it from me. Do your research. I don't mean that as an insult or anything, because I don't bring this stuff onto YouTube. And if you do your research, it won't take you long to find out why I will not stand by this man, support this man, watch this man, and it will show me that our board are fucking clueless and do not give a solitary fuck about this football club and its supporters. So yeah, it won't take you long to do a bit of research. He did indeed. He did indeed. I'll take Red up and shut. Oh, mate. Do you know what? Oh. Sherwood, who's been out since. I think. Look, I like I said a few comments ago, Mikey. I don't think. I do think Redknapp needs to be, what's it called? If he's brought in for his man management, I just don't want him to be at it full time, and that's nothing to do with him footballing. I'm looking at my parents, and my dad's not doing too well health wise and whatever, and they're coming up to 50 years of marriage next June, not this June, next June, and I know how much they love each other. My dad would kiss the ground my mum walked on, like literally. And every time I look, got a bit of a personal moment here. Through all my dark times, through all my alcohol, cocaine abuse, mental health issues, everything, me and my dad used to absolutely fucking hate each other. We used to physically fight. My dad is my hero now. Because I took my step back, I came back, and do you know what? Through all this shit that I went through and put them through, the one thing that I never ever, even when me and my dad got into arguments or I saw people slagging my dad off in front of me, the one thing I always stood by is my dad treats my mum like a queen, like an absolute queen. Like literally, she is so far high and above everything, and my dad will do anything to spend time like we would all do with our partners. But at 50 years of marriage and seeing my parents getting older and my dad's health not doing too well, I would never want anyone to take the moments they have left. God, a bit morbid, but we'll change it back in a second. No way. That's the only thing I have with Harry taking it full time. Do I think he'll do a job? 100%. Do I think he'll get us away from trouble? 100%. Do I think he's the kind of person we need to shape this team up and get the confidence up? 100%. Does he need to be there daily to do it and do all the hard work and commuting and travelling? No, in my opinion. I think Robbie Keane would come in as he puts him in the shop window. See, it's the other thing. Well, Brickett, this is what it's become, isn't it? Come to Tottenham and put yourself in the shop window for a higher club. This is where we have fallen. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Agreed. I'm actually at that place now where let's take away, if you take everything away, forget his style of football, whatever it is, and realise where we are. When he did come into England, if any England fans said, "Oh yeah, Southgate's coming, we're getting to a semi-final of the World Cup and then 2 finals," you wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have said it. So I think desperate time. Put it this way: if he comes in, I ain't going to be pissed off. I am not going to be pissed off at all. Yeah, it's exactly. Coffee has hit it bang on the money. Bang on the money. We need someone who doesn't play a back three. Well, TF, do you know what? It does work, but we need Porro to be playing at right back and not overplayed right wing back, and then we also need Destiny Udogie. And I'll tell you what, I saw the funniest tweet. I would love to have thought of this. Someone put a tweet out and said, Destiny Udogie is just like a tampon, useful for 1 week and useless for 3. And I could not stop laughing. Type 1, if you want Daigle not to cut us out, mate. I told you I can't do that. There's no Cougar. There's no Daiglerella. There is no Daiglerella whatsoever happening. Look at it. I can't look at it here. Look how bad it is. Look at my sides, and it's all lovely normal hair. That is atrocious. That could be my hair going today. You give me a complex. Ben's picking on me. Angus, big up. I wish you'd kept until the NLD. Yeah, but look, we are in such a bad place, Angus. The NLD is just the one thing I will say. I mean, you probably are going to win it. Maybe new manager bounce. Who knows? I mean, Harry Redknapp, if it is him, his second game was a 4-4 draw against you at the Emirates. Then you look at it, he could come in. Who knows? But the one thing I will tell you now, if you'd walked into the White Hart Lane in the NLD with Frank, you would have walked all over us. It would have been a humiliation. At least now the players will be a bit more revitalised, a bit more energetic. Don't get me wrong, no matter how much Frank is at fault of this, these players are a disgrace. These players are a fucking disgrace. Just drop in their heads. You get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. 60,000 or whatever made it down there and spent a Category A game, which is the board's fault. And you put out that shit and you just jog around like it's some kind of exhibition game. Shame on you. Shame on all of them. Yeah, bare minimum 5. In reality, that means 2. Mate, I wish, mate. Brink Kid, I'm telling you now, and people will know my feelings on this. I would have brought Alfie Devine back from Preston and started him immediately. Immediately. People want a ball-playing midfielder? Go watch Alfie Devine. I would have Alfie Devine walk into this first team as we currently speak. Alfie Devine I would have brought back. If we could have brought... Take Vuskovic out, because obviously that's... I'd have had Alfie Devine walks into this first team right now, in my opinion. Mikey, you'd big up to you. Yeah, listen, I just hope now. People, that these fans, you got no fans? I sounded like him for a moment. That they need to sort themselves out. They need to get out. They need to get out of this football club. And hopefully more and more people say, right, this is unacceptable. What is going on with our football club? And realise that no matter what happens, what manager comes in, every single manager is set up for failure, not success. This whole club needs to be ripped apart and dealt with, because this is highly unacceptable. Okay, now we've got to the lounge bits. When are the Save Us Staveley? Do you know what? If she comes in, I've got no problem with it whatsoever. Here we go, Zach. Question: Do you think the pressure on Frank during the January? Do you think the pressure on Frank during the January transfer window destroy our window? Do you know what the thing is? You look at it now. You look at this now, with Spurs not playing, not backing him, and then sacking him. Why did they not just do it in January? They had that whole. I was going to put a massive tweet out today, going that obviously January the 17th we lost to West Ham. January the 18th, they had that meeting to decide his future, and they couldn't decide what to do. Since then, 3 defeats, 2 draws in the league, out of the FA Cup, but don't worry, where it really matters financially, we win in the Champions League. One of the things they should have done this window is sent Mawani packing and brought in a striker, and not a 18-year-old from Hearts. We are a disgrace. We are a disgrace. Yeah, everyone went Lange. Oh no, Craig went Vinay. Okay. Big up, Brian. I feel a bit for Frank, but it was a decision. Yeah, exactly. Bingo. Bullseye, jackpot, Yahtzee, knockout, whatever you want to say. Again. Hope you're good, buddy. Hope you're good and well. He's gone Vinay. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but Vinay is just a disgrace as well. What do you reckon comes out first? A Vinay video, a Lange video, or a combined video, or one of them putting a statement out? In fact, whilst I'm here, let's just check our bullshit club's Twitter and see what's been said. Let's have a quick look. Let me just go to Twitter. Let's have a look. Let me go to Spurs official. There we go. Let's have a look. Have they released anything since Tottenham Hotspur? Let's have a look. No, they've 1 hour ago. Yeah, they've just done it. They've gone very quiet again. They've gone very, very, very quiet again. Exactly. My people stand by me, Mr. Coffee. My people stand by me. People will know that I will do crazy things. My hair is not. How much money have we wasted sacking man? Yup. Pixels. Do you know what? This is the other thing. I've just. Oh, mate. Now, okay. Vinay, because the new guy will hopefully sack. Vinay, because the new guy will hopefully sack Ange. I don't trust Vinay to do it. There you go. Rowley, big up to you. So I should actually, now I'm looking at the image, I should have seen it right. I know Rowley. I know now, Rowley. Vinay is a pawn, just a shield. How many shields have we had? Mud. It's okay. Exactly, mate. We all make mistakes. And you know what? It's just amazing. Look, so many people get called fake fans, toxic, hostile, well, whatever it may be, because you may turn your back on a manager or may not see it that way. But then when you do exactly what you ask of those people, then you're an idiot for standing. Our fan base makes no sense. And apparently, when you talk Spurs, you have to be an oracle. You have to be an oracle and get everything right. It is Colin Crossamano. Mate, I'm always ready for a rant. If you want to send me a rant via voice note, I'm more than happy to play your rant, Colin Crossamano. I hope you're good and well, buddy. I hope you're good and well. Let's say we do get relegated. Do a lot of these fans leave the club? Those that claim they are hardcore but only jump on. We'll soon find out. Well, hopefully we don't soon find out because a relegation won't be a thing. But you'd see drastic change, wouldn't you? And I have to say, all these fans. 1 second. All these fans that say, I hope we get relegated because then Enic'S sell up. Don't be silly. They won't sell up. It will keep them here for longer. Because all that valuation, half goes off it immediately. And if we do get relegated, we are if Spurs were to get relegated, we are in bigger trouble than a lot of people realise. The depth of the stadium, Spurs probably, and I understand why, haven't put clauses in the contract for saying if we get relegated, you go down to 50% wages. We would be in serious trouble. Serious trouble. But they don't plan ahead or think that way. Oh, barbaric brother, I hope you're good. I'm starting to feel better. Thank God. DJ Samuel, my brother, should have sat for. This is a guy that stood by my group, not, and when I say my group, I don't mean me, the leader, the group I proudly stood with opposite the club shop, week in, week out, home game after home game, training ground after training ground. You name it, we said we'd be there, we'll be there. Whether there was 10, whether there was 150, this man was always here. Big up to you, buddy, and I hope you're good and well. Mate, you did. No, listen. Look, the way people spoke about Vinay, and this is, I'm just talking to my Arsenal friends. Unfortunately, yeah, I do have them. Some of them said mouthpiece is very, very good, which he's proven to be. But others say a lot of why Arsenal are where they are was what he implemented and come through. And it was 6 of one, half a dozen the other. But you were right, Angus. You were right, buddy. Michael, I've just got Sky Sports on the other screen here, and Michael Bridges outside Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, if I was in London right now, you know where I'd be. I'd be outside a training ground or there right now. I might have to reach out to Bridges today. I was one of many who thought a manager like Thomas Frank would be able to coach these players into the best. So, James, that's exactly. Do you know what? And let's face it, what he did at Brentford. Let's take what happened at Tottenham away. What he did at Brentford was incredible. What he did for a team like Brentford was incredible. And managers like that do well deserve an opportunity. And Tottenham decided to take that opportunity. But what I do not understand is why he did everything different to why... Oh, it's so annoying. Vindaloo, how are you, buddy? Mate, do you know what? Wouldn't it be ironic that the year after we win a trophy, you win the league and us get relegated? It would be. But do you know what, Vindaloo? And I ask this of all Arsenal fans. I've always said this. I never want to see Arsenal get relegated. Ever. I'd love to see them in relegation battles, but I would never, ever want them to get relegated because a season without an NLD would just be crap, in my opinion. Yes, we could lose NLDs. Yes, we could win NLDs. I'd love you to be in relegation battle after relegation battle, but I wouldn't want you winning the league. James, big up to you, buddy. This could spin out of control fast. So are we confident the current manager team owners? Nope. James, I've said it for a while now. I said it before Ange came in. I said it when Conte was here. The only person at the football club who, when they speak, I trust, is Paul Coys when he reads out the team sheet because he can't lie. Every other word that comes out of this football club, I don't believe a single word of it. They could come out and tell me that tomorrow is Thursday and I wouldn't believe them. I don't trust Daniel Levy to tell me the right time, let alone bloody anything else. Big up to you, buddy. Let's have a look. My son was over from Oslo, so I took my boys up yesterday. Oh my God. 900 £900. Holy fuck. Where the hell? Jesus Christ, Colin. Mate, the fact that Spurs are doing this is fucking disgraceful. It's fucking disgraceful. This football club. James has got back there with the... It's a knockout. Finish him. Reese, brother, big up. Yep. Correct. Let's have a look. We fucking hate Tottenham. I'm so glad he's fucking gone. He can't build anything for Tottenham. Yep. Look, he's gone. he's gone today. In the next few days and weeks, whatever, until a new manager comes in, it's going to be the talk of the thing. But I'm going to do what I do with all managers. Like I said, I won't enter any Ange Postecoglou talk. I won't enter. The only talk I will enter right now is because it's going to be flavour of the month is Poch. Manager has gone. He's lost his job. Done. We move on and we move forward. He's fucked us over. We're in a bad state. Worse than we could have ever possibly managed. And done. Done. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Because there's Mr. 57 Screens is in the building. About goddamn time they piss Frank off out of the club. Anyone know if they're going for a putt? Wayne, currently we don't know. The words being mentioned are, or not the words, the word out of the two you use, permanent or interim. Interim. Do we think it's a coincidence that this has all happened as well? The week the Pochettino video, the high performance thing came out. Obviously, we played the game the day after, but if people want to start putting 2 and 2 together, it's not going to take them long to jump to this. It was rubbish from start to finish. Firstly, the atmosphere. Yep, mate. This is what they charge. Yeah, you don't get the tenner back, do you? If you have a bag or anything, they demand you put it in a locker for £10, and you you don't get it back. The atmosphere is horrific, and I am going to say something on this because it needs to be said. When I went into the home ground, when I was back after the Levy boycott was over, which I will now say I'm back on boycott. I won't spend a single penny or walk into that stadium till Enoc are gone. I don't care if they spend £1 billion. Until they're gone, I will not step foot in there or give them a single penny. You walk into the South Stand, because that's where Ben and Simeon sit, or where I've always sat. I only sat in the West Stand with Rez for the Wolves game when we lost 2-0 under Conte. You walk in and that concourse, people are spending money hand over fist and giving the club the money, and they are singing their hearts out, all the chants. And then you walk into that stadium, and it's like the club have gone. And you have people like Change for Tottenham, whether you agree with them or not, people like myself with the Levy Out group that try and get the chance going and try and do things. You have people all week talking about how we need change, this needs to happen. Then they get into that ground and do nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. The atmosphere at that stadium is fucking shocking. And the reason for it is, first of all, when that stadium was built, they should have put the Park Lane and the Shelf Stand straight in the north, the South Stand. Said, we need you. You're going to be the heartbeat. And of course, they've outpriced everyone. So the working class match day fan that will scream and shout, that will give passion, will be there. People like yourself, Colin. People that are in this chat that will sing their hearts out. You can't afford to go anymore. They're not stupid, unfortunately, when it comes to business. They are not stupid. Mate, honestly, let's wait a minute. Let me just check if we've beaten. I'm just going to check now. Let me just check something. How many Premier League matches have Spurs lost in their new stadium? Right, let's just have a look. Right, okay. How many Premier League games have Arsenal lost since moving into the Emirates Stadium? Right, let's have a look. So, Tottenham Hotspur. Wait, let's do it this way. The Filth moved into their new stadium, ladies and gentlemen, in 2006. So they're celebrating 20 years in their stadium. They have lost, according to ChatGPT, 51 Premier League games since 2006. So that's 20 years, 51 games. Spurs have lost 42. 42. 42 games in 7 years, and the Filth have lost 9 more in 20. How pathetic are we? It's let's have a look. Wait, at least yeah, listen, Angus is a good friend of mine, but Angus, calm down with the rage baiting, mate. It's everyone's raw at the moment. Everyone is raw at the moment. James, you're so right. Goddamn right. It's we are such a mess. We are, mate. We are. They would charge you for anything. First game, 1958, Blackpool lost last night, and it was the last I've seen Crash move on. Yeah, we are in such a bad state. Yes, Everett. Cheers, Brickhead. Let's get these likes up if we can. Keane lost 4-0 to Forest. We are in a relegation battle with us. Let's not get it twisted. Listen, Alfie. we need to. I think Robbie Keane is one for the future. I really do. I can't believe I've used that. I can't believe I've just used their line. But he's definitely doing well, and I credit him for doing what he's doing. Do you know what, Neil Hughes? The thing is, obviously, back then, do you know what? When we sacked Redknapp, I kind of did think Levy was right in a way. Can't believe I'm saying that. You got to remember, we stood by him for the heart surgery. We stood by him for the tax thing. And then as soon as the England job was up, Spurs fell to pieces when we were genuinely challenging. Then as soon as Allardyce got it, we went back to winning ways. Then he did what he did. And he spoke out about the board, and then he paid the price. But before this whole thing with the England job, the tax and everything, he was the man. Rich, my brother, I hope you're good and well. We need to talk tomorrow. We will do. I hope you're good and okay, brother. I hope you are good and okay. Redknapp is looking forward to... Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, mate, embarrassed listen. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I honestly do not know where we'll get the point. Yeah, we are in such a bad state. Well, do you know what? If it is Heitzinger, James, you've just put it... You have just... Do you know what? You have just written it perfectly. You have just written it absolutely bang on the money perfectly. Yep. You'll hear all these days be mentioned. I will put it. Good morning, Jason, brother. I hope you're good. I hope you are doing good, brother. Yeah, look, I mean, there's so many people that were saying Xavi. Now, don't get me wrong. Xavi was at Barcelona. But just look at the players. Look at what he's working with. Look at the... do you know what it is? Also, Britt, you look at this. Do you want him coming in when he has absolutely no knowledge of this league? Like, obviously, he knows of but you know what I mean? Working in it with us in dire straits. If we are to bring in a interim, I want someone with Premier League experience that knows this league. Permanently, that's a different question. That's a different question. But obviously, as well, if he comes in, it won't be... as an interim, that's for sure. Back three does work. I really do think it can work with the right implementation. But you look at it now, Romero out, Danso out. He can't even play the back. What's he got? Van de Ven, Dragusin, and then what? It does exactly. Jason, Round of applause for you. I think even if Poch comes in, even if Poch comes in, if he does not get the backing, obviously the football will be right, but people have got to remember it took him 6 months. If we go all the way back to Poch's first time, we played Aston Villa at the beginning of November. He was on the verge of getting the sack before a Harry Kane deflected free kick, and then we all know the rest. It's going to take time for him to implement everything again. Will he get the chance? Yeah, but they'll turn. Cheers, Rich, and send all my love to you as always, brother. Yeah, look, there's not player management wise, absolutely. He will get the players feeling like they can run through brick walls again. But like I said, I don't want him here full time if it means he has to give every single second of his life to us. Pete Hall. Yep. Bingo. Pete Hall, you're going to get a round of applause. I'm going to start bringing them in. Exactly. And this is what people have got to remember. This is Enec proper tactics. Shit. There's so much shit on the manager. Soon it's going to turn on us. Let's act. And piss off. Pete, you have hit the hammer on the head. Big time. Yep, that is true. Neil, buddy, how I would love some, mate. I would love some English bacon right now. Not like the streaky bacon. I miss English bacon. James, bang on. Samuel, big up, buddy. Yeah, but no, Samuel, I get what you're saying, but I completely understand where the thought process goes. But you got to remember, mate, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Do you know what? I'm going to star this right here. I'm going to star this right here. I'll just go down a bit. Just yes or no. If Spurs were to get relegated, do you honestly think Spurs will come back up into the Premier League at first time of asking? Because my answer is no. I don't think we would. Look at the injuries we have now. And in the Championship, you are playing regularly. It is more physical. It is... if we were to get relegated, do you think, just yes or no, if Spurs were to get relegated, do you think Tottenham Hotspur would come up at first point of asking? Because I don't think we would. I honestly don't think we would. And we'll come back to that. We will come back to that. I honestly don't think we would. Oh, we've got a super chat from KPV. Big up my fellow Ontarians. Sell the club. Now I've had enough of this shit. Yep. Well said. Well said, KPV. Where were we? There we were. I would like to see Frank have a fully fit squad. See, yeah, this again. Jason, this is another good way to look at it. If he had a fully fit squad, if he had been back this January, if he had done certain things that he did at Brentford, maybe we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. But we never know. But honestly, look, we all knew that he didn't have Sonny, period. He didn't have Maddison and Kulu. Yes, we brought in Kudus. Yes, we brought in Simmons. But the other two had experience being in this league and playing with this team. And this club have done what they've done. He probably is, mate. But I guarantee you, Angus, if Tottenham come calling or Celtic come calling, he's coming to Tottenham. His love for Tottenham will win the day there. Oh, mate, do you know what? All this talk about Poch coming back and Spurs having to own up to their mistakes from 7 years. Is it 70? Whatever it is now. I have said for a long, long time, I would love nothing more than Martin Yole to walk back into this football club in any capacity. CEO, director of football, coaching staff, whatever. Martin Yole, please. I would love it. But, you're my man. My man, how are you, geezer? I hope you're good and well. Yeah. Should we play the EastEnders theme? Mate, it's... Oh, Ben started putting a few more ones. Do you know what, audio? This this could be a thing. This actually could be a thing, couldn't it? It really could be something that happens, and we're like, oh shit, here we go. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't want Andrew Mason back. I only watch Pot. Jason's getting it again. Jason is getting it again. This is a thing. I said before I wouldn't have Poch back under Levy, and now Enic'S have shown their incompetency. So I'm with you, Jason, all the goddamn way. This man's love for Skippy knows no end. Pixels, do you know what? We'll probably struggle with that. Mate, he should be gone. He should have gone. The haircut, mate, listen. This is it starts to get a complex. It's a very good chance by the next stream it could be gone. It could be gone by the next stream because this is, yeah. Let's have a look. Angus, settle down. Settle down. Poch comes back. Poch had a good record against you. Conte had a good record against you. We'll see. We should get. Do you know what? I don't want him back. I don't want. As much as he for the first 2 years was sensational, and as much as I wish him well for the rest of his life, I don't want him back at Spurs. I don't want him back at Spurs. The time has passed, and that would be Spurs just again reliving. Oh, this guy used to play for us. He loved. The fans love him. Let's just bring him back in. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. Matt Law said Thomas Frank spoke a lot about Arsenal, that the players were getting annoyed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Was he sacked? The thing is, did Matt say he was doing this whilst holding an Arsenal mug? Jason, we got a history of poor transfer windows that's built this squad and put up us in the position we are today. Bingo. Mate, it's been poor transfer. In all honesty, the summer window we had wasn't too bad. We left short, but the quality was brought in. We have had historically bad transfer windows, and it will continue to happen. It will continue to happen. Do you know what, mate? Alfie, Mikey Moore is doing very well at Rangers. Very, very well at Rangers after a bad start. It's the Scottish. Alfie Devine, you got to remember, he went to Port Vale last season, did so well that he went to Plymouth, and then the manager got sacked. I speak to a lot of Preston fans via social media that have reached out to me because they saw me with Alfie Devine. They are obsessed with him. They absolutely adore him. And he is doing very, very well there. I will always root for Alfie Devine. I believe if there's a youngster in midfield that deserves a chance, it's him. Donnelly, who did wonderful at Leyton Orient, went to Stoke, obviously very bad low move in the Championship. Then went to, where did he go? He went to Oxford, didn't he, with Lancashire, then got injured. Devine is the one. Bertie, I'm good, buddy. I'm good. How are you? Mate, do you know what? If I was in London right now, Rich, I'd be outside the training ground asking this exact question. This exact question. There's João Gomez, Konza, Rashford. Do you know what? I wouldn't say no to any of them. TF said I would not say no to any of those players. Angus, this is the one true thing you've said. This is a big problem. This is a big, 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 big problem, which people have got to realise. Stadium debt, wages. We will be in big, big trouble. I do wonder if Frank was the reason we didn't sign anyone too. Maybe it was not just... Yeah, but the thing is, Pixels, if he is the reason, if you're saying because of his job security, with the situation we're in, if you're going to say we do not trust you with the money and you're not going to be here long enough, technically, then they shouldn't have let him have January. They should have said, right, we're going to bring in an interim and try and get him some loan deals or whatever players he needs that we can get away from this trouble. and deal with it. But you could be right there. Antonio Conte, Jose, Ange, and Nuno and Frank now could not get things really going week in, week out. Why would these things change? Jason, if you played it, do people remember back in the day a computer game called NBA Jam? And then if you got 3 shots in a row from one player, the ball went on fire. You, my friend, are getting a round of applause on fire. Let's see how long you can keep your ring of fire, your on fire streak. Neil, the window and Frank are apples and oranges. The desired player needs to be met. Not much Frank can do. Instability, history matters. Yup, mate. I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that. Brand new feature here at Tottenham on Tour. They're probably filming a Frank sacrifice in the Jason, your 5 streak goes. Enoc never had a plan. Wherever we had a pattern of players, the manager said, "Yep, listen, this club don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we don't want relegation. It can't happen." Where can I, Mr. Joshua? I'll give you a link to my IPTV, and you can speak to someone. My IPTV is the greatest. Cost me £100 a year, but I never miss anything. It's the best £100 a year I ever spent. Oh Jesus! I want sure. Victor Pereira, ex-Wolves, mate, top G. This just shows what a state we're in. Here we go. As someone who watches Championship football for you, exactly. Colin, you're bang on. You're bang on. Whoa. Right, TF7, let's deal with this bit by bit. Paulinho is superb at what he does and has shown it. But obviously we've played ultra defensive and we haven't got people to release to him like Xavi to let him go and do what he does. He definitely should not be going. As for Pedro Porro, I am one of Pedro Porro's biggest fans. Pedro Porro, and I have said this since day dot when he's been here, Pedro Porro has been abused by this football club. He has been abused. And why I say that is people will know I have a saying that I use, which is overplayed and undervalued. And when I say overplayed, obviously amount of time played, and undervalued, I don't mean wages. I mean with their body, with recovery time, with rest, with rotation. Pedro Porro plays every single minute of every single game. Even though Spencer's been there or other players to rest him, he plays. He's coming for Conte. Had Stellini, had Mason, had Ange, had Frank. All of them asked him to do different things. And Thomas Frank asked Porro to just get the ball to Kudus or out wide. If he plays at right wing back, he is sensational. Pedro Porro is an outstanding football player, but he's an outstanding football player that has been abused by this football club. If you're fit, you play. If you're fit, you play. If you're fit, you play. So many times when Destiny was back and Spence could have easily slipped into right wing back. Nope, Spence, you go on the bench, Porro. When Spence badly needed a rest. Sorry, Porro. Porro's injury was the most obvious injury coming. Yeah, we should start a GoFundMe for Colin. We really should. Maybe the board want this. End the football side of football. Pixels, don't get me angry. Don't make me turn into the Hulk at 7:30 in the morning in Toronto. This football club. I don't know if that is Cookie or if that is the Sheriff, but big up to the pair of you. Much love to you. See, now what I would do, the North London derby, I would let it, once Arsenal score, and let's face it, they will, that the whole game should be absolutely aimed at the board. Forget the game. Don't obviously forget the game we're playing in, but don't think for 1 second that what happens in this game will make a difference to our future. what will make a difference to our future is fans standing up and literally saying, fuck Enoc, fuck Lange, fuck Vinay. We want our Tottenham back. Do not spend the penny in that. Let me bring up a picture. Let me bring up a picture that I put up. Now, if people follow me on Twitter, I'm going to do a newer version of this. And I need this to get out, about, and around. Where is it? All right, let me just get this picture up. Come on, work. Right, now let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. I'm going to work on a new one. Here it is. So, no food, no drink, no merch, no extras. Most fans won't boycott matches, then boycott Enoc, where it hurts, and they will listen. So many people go, oh, well, why don't you just not go into the stadium? But do you know how many people said, oh, this is pointless. Why are you even going into the stadium? I'm like, our fan base are so weak. So weak. I would boycott I am boycotting every single match, not that I'm a season ticket holder. They want people to immediately start boycotting the ground when fans won't do it. They wanted fans to walk out. They won't walk out because it's an exciting game. I couldn't care if it was an exciting game. I'd walk out in the first minute if that's what changed for Spurs asked or what was organised. The easiest way to start making a difference is by not buying food, by not buying drink, by not spending in that club shop. You have to start from somewhere. Stop going in and giving them money, and everything needs to go on them. Yeah, Tom G, you're right. But this is the thing. He's gone now. He's gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, I'm not having a go at you here, Tom G, so don't think I am, and I apologise if it comes across that way. We're at the point now. He's gone. Fuck it. He is gone. Let's not go, Thomas, Frank the wank. Thomas was shit. Let's move forward as we will as a football club and be, well, this board are fucking pathetic. This board have done it again. This board. It will always change, but they will always be here to do it. Do you reckon there'll be? Of course it will be. No, there'll be a sellout, mate. Don't say this is our fan base. NLD will be a complete total sellout. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what, it will be a sellout and it will be noisy. It will be noisy. Rowley, mate, with the Spurs bullshit. Frank, whatever you think was thrown under the bus by not giving him the players he needed. Lange and Vinay should be charged. Bingo! Yes, Frank needs to take some stick, but let's look at the bigger picture. That's all they do, brother. That's all they do. I started supporting Tottenham. We're a mid-table team. Then we moved up, and now apart from the trophy, these last two seasons have been rubbish backwards. Correct, Jason. Correct. I mean, the very first Spurs game I can remember as a youngster was the FA Cup loss to Coventry. The very first I can remember. I might have watched with my dad when I was too little, but then we had 88 and Gaza. So we've been through the highs and the lows. And you know what? I keep saying this as well. My man, my hero, Martin Jol, who's my favourite ever Spurs manager, bar none, I love that man. Took over Spurs, exactly kind of the situation we were mid-table. And from him, we built up, overachieved. And now we're back to lower when Martin Jol was there. We need someone to come in. Yep, exactly. Mate, I think I might have to. Hey, do you know what? I'm actually going to put a tweet out right now. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it. Here we go. In honor of you. Bring back. One second. Martin Jol. Martin Jol. Martin Jol. Martin. Wait, I can't spell. Martin Jol. I can't spell. Martin Yo. Martin Yo. He's got no hair. He's got no hair. But we don't care. Martin Yo. Okay. Spurs. Coys. I have now just tweeted that. It's live. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Thank you very much. It's done. Exactly. Mate, minimum, Mr. 57 screens. Minimum. We're in crisis. Yep. Always has been. What a name that is. Moist bread. We are exactly, mate. It's always been quantity over quality. It has always been quantity over quality, and it will continue to do so. Doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong. I can see him go to Celtic at one point in his life. There's absolutely no doubts about that. But if he was offered the Spurs job or the Celtic job at the same time, he's choosing Tottenham. He's choosing Tottenham. Football is just, oh, mate, moist bread. Listen, Ireland, let's see what they do. But yeah, I mean, it's tragic, isn't it? Luke, my brother, everyone look up. 2 Marks channel's been on. My brother Luke, one of the nicest guys, and one of the, can I call him a new channel now? Top man. I love Luke dearly. Love this man from the bottom of my heart. Everyone check his channel out. In fact, let me put the link into his channel, and I'll do the 2 Marks as well. If you want to listen, if you want to get Spurs content from like-minded Spurs fans, it's all about helping each other out. Spotlight on Spurs. Where is it? Spotlight on Spurs. Where's Lukey's channel? Here. Yep, that's Lukey boy. Let me just get his link up. So I'm just going to bring up 2 links. Where is it? Share. Okay. People that want to follow Luke's channel, copy. Please hit this link. And people that want to follow the 2 Marks, the 2 Marks show. Okay, let's get Mark's channel up. 1 second. I think I might put the wrong thing in for Luke, so let me get Luke's back up. For the 2 Marks show, let's go there. And let me just go back to Luke. Back. And then we'll be back to our let's have a look at YouTube. No, I did give the right thing for Luke. Oh no, wait a minute. Piss off. 1 second. For God's sake. There we go. No! My God, Luke, your channel is being annoying. Right, let's try it again. God's sake. Piss off. Okay, I'm just going to do it that way. Copy. Right. For the 2 Marks show. Sorry, for Luke. That one. Hope you are good, Luke. Hope you are good. Another one. This is the thing. When Ange came in and we got rid of Deadwood, we were told we were doing that to clear roadblocks for the youth to have a chance. And then what do? We sign more youth to go ahead of the youth and put roadblocks up with youth. And people fall for it. SGC, big up to you, brother. Yeah, look, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. End of. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I wanted it to work. It didn't. Frank deserved to go. I got it wrong with my thought on him. I'm not a Spurs oracle. It is what it is. Arsenal fans, only one guy to talk about double. Let's have a look. Big up, Rowley. We did replace the players we lost in the summer to rob salt into the wound, letting Johnson go without having to... Do you know what, Rowley? The worst thing about... I'm laughing because I've just seen Junior in the comments, and I always love it when Junior makes an appearance. The worst thing about it, Rowley, is not only did we let him go, which I wasn't too bad about, especially for 35 mil, maybe you could have started a bidding war off, but to have no replacement, then to lose Kudus and not make a move, and then Kulusevski, who was never going to be ready, it's ridiculous. Grish, so in my IPTV, I can't broadcast it or give the detail, but if you follow me on social media and everything, send me a direct message on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and then I'll talk to you about it and get you hooked up with the guys. Mate. Junior, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. By the way, I'm sure today the Luton lurker, the Luton loner, you know who, will be massively rampant today. So let's all have let's all get ready for some exciting times. But I hope you're good and well, brother. Big up, Eddie. Enoc out, damn right, brother. Frank's finally gone. He has indeed. Apparently, you've let your mate. Listen. I can't. After a manager goes, there's no way. They've probably got today off for warm downs and everything. I just can't see that. Fans need to vote with their wallets, no matter what. The new manager needs to show no matter the new manager, show the board not just invested in them. It's starting, but it's too late. Of course it is. Of course it is. I don't care unless Enic'S sells. Obviously, I don't want us running. Exactly, I'm with you. You are so... Oh, you're such a wind-up version. I've got God knows, mate. I can't see where he goes. Do you know what? I'm going to say it now. AVB's first season, I was delighted with him. Yes, he had Gareth Bale. I was delighted with him. Second season, you got to remember, he didn't want half those 7, or he didn't want more than those 7. I hadn't even seen that before I said what I said. Yep, they do need to vote with their wallets. They do need to vote with their wallets. And on that note, guys, I'm going to go have some breakfast. I will probably be back tonight with a late night Lily White. I will say thanks for everyone joining. I will also say like, comment, share. And as always, Enoc out. Have a great day, everyone.
Tottenham Hotspur.